Welcome back. In this tutorial we're going to be looking at something called the seed number, and this is all to do with the generation of random numbers. Now in our last tutorial we looked at generating random numbers, so it may seem slightly odd when I explain to you that computers cannot actually generate truly random numbers. They rely on something called the seed. Now I've set the seed value here using the function srand to be 5. So it's always going to start from 5 as its starting point. And if no other variables change, if no other factors change, no matter how many times I generate these random numbers, they will always have the same results. So I've set the x range from 500 to 1000 and the y range from -250 to 250 for both the tree and the rock. I've done this simply to ensure that they will spawn somewhere where we can see them as soon as the program loads up. So don't forget to compile, and once that's done, let's play our game. Now, look at exactly where the rock and the bush have spawned. The random numbers generated have caused them to spawn directly in front of us, with the bush slightly to the right. So I'm going to stop my program, I'm going to run it again. Now remember that the X and Y locations are chosen by supposedly random numbers within this range. But if I play it again, they're in exactly the same location, and no matter how many times I run this, because my starting seed number is the same, they will always continue to spawn in those exact locations. So to do this we need to randomize the seed. But if we can't really generate random numbers, then how do we randomize the starting point of our random numbers? Well, we can't truly make this random in the mathematical sense. But what we can do is make sure that every time we run our program, the seed number will be different. There are a lot of different ways to achieve this, but one of the most common and popular ways to do this in C++ is to use the current time as your seed number. So I'm going to go into my header. Because I want to access the time, and that doesn't currently exist within this class, I'm going to need to include. And time isn't one of our classes that we've set up, so you'll notice it's not going inside speech marks here, but time.h is going inside this greater than and less than brackets, something we'll look at a little bit more in later tutorials. So back to our CPP file, we no longer want srand to be equal to 5, we want it to access the current time. And we do this by typing in time and then null, so we're calling on the time function here. So let's go back, compile once more, and let's try running this a few times now. Remember, the only thing that we've changed is the seed number. We haven't changed the code to generate the random numbers at all. So let's play it. So rock in our bush, stop. Now the time has changed by a few seconds, and bush on the left, rock on the right. There we go, the bush presumably behind the rock at this point, or possibly under it. There we go, hidden behind it. And one last time, you can see every time I run this, simply by changing the seed number, I'm getting different results for my random numbers. So if you want to procedurally generate a level, but you'd like the results to be the same every single time, we need to set the srand, the seed number, to a fixed number, as I did at the start there with 5. If you'd like a truly random level each time, you need to find some way to make sure that the seed is always a different value. And like I say, the common way to do this is by using the time. So we set the seed here, and don't forget to include it in your header file. Thanks for watching.